Bună ziua, bine v-am găsit de la CES 2013. În spatele meu este camera 255, unde se desfășoară Last Gadget Standing și Mobile Application Contest. Dacă vreți să aflați cine a câștigat anul ăsta cel mai bun gadget și cea mai bună aplicație, veniți înăuntru, vă vom arăta tot.
Melissa will be Michael Miller. Come on up, Michael. Talking about the Samsung Galaxy Note 2.
Sorry, Melissa, or whatever. When I first heard about the Samsung Galaxy Note, the first version, I'll admit, I was a little skeptical. I mean, it seemed at the time too big to be a phone, too small to be a tablet. And then I got one, and then I said, oh, wow, this is really a good thing to have. And I started carrying it in my pocket and decided the big screen, no, that wasn't too big. That was about just right. And then the Galaxy Note 2 came out and had an even bigger screen, a 5.5-inch screen. And as I've discovered, and as a lot of people have discovered, it's a great size. Because of the big size, it's easier to read the screen. A lot of people can do different things, but it's not just the screen size. They've added a bunch of new applications, and in particular, they've got a pen they call the S Pen that lets you do things with it that you would never do before. So for web browsing or email or just all sorts of things, it becomes a very different experience than running a smaller phone. So to tell us about it, here's Ryan Badan of Samsung to tell us about the Galaxy Note 2.
Hey, so I'm Ryan, and I'm going to talk about the Galaxy camera. No, with the Note 2. So this is it, Galaxy Note. If you guys remember, I was here last year, as probably a lot of you guys were, talking about the original Galaxy Note, and I actually had a caricature artist speed draw me while I talked through a bunch of random features of the device. What I'm going to do this year, because in fact, unlike a lot of the stuff you're going to be seeing, this is actually out on the market, and I'm guessing a bunch of people in the room already have it. So what I'm going to do instead is just really quickly show you a couple of my favorite features, some of the new stuff we introduced. And what I actually did was wanted to invite a special guest up to show us the stuff. So I brought along LeBron James on the device, almost in real size.
Need the best, need the best.
So one of the things that I absolutely love about this device is Air View. So as you kind of see with the S Pen here, I'm hovering over the device, and if I bring up the menu, what I can actually do is hover over the timeline. So I'm not touching the device, I'm actually above it. We're basically hovering and being able to jump anywhere on that timeline. I can do the same thing here in the gallery. It'll pop up and give you a preview of the video with audio. And it's not just fun, it is also productive, although I'm not going to bore you with my email. If I did, you can see me hovering over subjects and that kind of stuff. Back in the gallery, let's do a couple of different views here. So we added some new views to the gallery, like spiral, but because this is a boring gallery with only 3 things in it, you don't really get to see it. But what you do get to see is if I hover, it'll expand what's in the gallery, and I can view it. And it'll also do something really cool where I can actually scroll on screen. So I'm going to pull this S Pen out. It now knows that you've pulled the S Pen out, so it's a lot more intelligent than last year's device. And then I can also scroll on a list. So you see me here just hovering, scrolling. This works in your email, all over the place. So what I want to say, in summary, because I said I wasn't going to bore you, and I know this has been hideously boring, Galaxy Note 2 is available now on basically any carrier you want, has the giant 5.5-inch screen, which actually makes it even more shocking to me that Michael likes it because he's not a big guy. So not just people like LeBron James with 4-foot hands can use it. And with the S Pen, now with 1,024 levels of pressure sensitivity, you can do all kinds of really cool stuff. Like, for example, I'm going to make a quick S note here about how awesome this product is, because you guys all know that. There we go. See, it is totally awesome. I threatened to say totes amazeballs up here, and the PR people said I couldn't. And then, last but not least, it does have all of our great sharing features. So I'm just actually S-beaming that note over to the other Galaxy Note I brought with me. So There you go, guys. Galaxy Note 2.
Thank you. Who do we have up next, John?
Well, next up is going to be Avram.